Well, here behind our shop is where we hold all of our construction materials. You know, you can see all the pallets. There's about 8 pallets of pavers left to complete. I don't know what I was thinking when I decided to do this, but it will look great when it's completed. So today I'm going to go ahead and continue marching along the turnabout and getting everything there completed. We have some irrigation heads to put in. I like to put these little indicators, I'll call them indicators for you, and I'll show you what that's about here in a little bit, along the way too, so that I know where to go when the snow covers the complete ground and you don't know where things are. So I'll get into that a bit. But overall, it's just a little bit more of Pavers 101 going on here. Now the key is to make sure that you pull from 3 different stacks and 3 different pallets. When they do the manufacturing process, for the most part, you know, they do it in runs. Your goal is to make sure that you don't have any consistency in the run. So I like to pull from 3 different pallets, keep it mixed up best you can. Time to go punch some in. So doing the line drop in turns is kind of interesting. Of course, you know, I need the line to keep me honest, but of course you're off the line, so you got to use the levels to make sure you're staying on the line. Can't even imagine doing this without knee pads, but there was definitely a time when others used to, so you got to respect that. Now, hey, you got the ability to use them, buy them. So I wanted to take a minute and talk about these permeable pavers. The gap between these two is about 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch, and it allows the water to seep down in between, go into the subsurface below it. It's really kind of cool because if you think about it, the snow is going to melt here, roll into here, drop into the French drains below. Not only that, the French drains are going to carry the water from the road, goes into these rocks here, down into the French drain, and out to the creek.
So whether I had pavers or I had cement here, I won't have any frost heave. So that'll allow this to go. Now the downside of course of all of this is that I actually have to put it all in. Putting that aside, this is a great system. So let's take a minute out here and put in a irrigation head. That's another part of the system. Okay, I've already pre-installed the irrigation system. The line is down below. Okay, obviously I ran up this funny pipe to go into the irrigation head. So I'm going to go ahead and dig this all out, cut this down further, put a head in here. And I've learned that I have to do this before I put the paver in, or else the rock underneath the paver just collapses in. Duh. So, it took me a couple times to figure that out. So I now do this as I'm going along. It's a Friday afternoon. I think I'll call it good for the day. Put about 24 stones down. You know, lining this driveway with pavers is definitely quite the effort. However, I keep coming back to I like that crisp look along the driveway. And you know, when you've got you know, somewhere around 1,400 linear feet of driveway, it's prohibitive to pour cement. Asphalt can work. That's pretty prohibitive as well. And still yet, I've decided that simply put, this paver system is probably my best choice. Again, a lot of work, but it's okay. What else are you going to do in the nice 70-degree day, winds blowing, nice breeze in the shade? It's all good. Of course, there might be some days ahead for me that are not so good. Anyway, with that, I'm going to wrap up this day. Come back tomorrow.
Well, perfect time to come back out and start working on these bricks, as you know, you got the nice shade from the 150-foot pines that are sitting in this area. So I'll go to work, probably punch in about 30 of them here in the shade. It's nice, it's a nice cool breeze. It's a great time to work. So here we go.
Yeah, I'm going to make one of what I'm calling an indicator. Basically what it is when we, you know, obviously when there's snow here, I want to be able to make sure I'm routing myself properly for not hitting it with the snow blower. So I don't want to, when I say it, I'm saying the pavers. So what I've done is every year we put out these stakes to just make sure that we have our road clearly lined out. So what I'm doing is putting in about a 4 to 6 inches down, you know, one of these holes, one of these caps here will create a hole. We'll put the stick right through it, and then it'll be an indicator for me as I'm coming around not to go any further in towards the grass. So that's what this is. And it's kind of cool when you think about it, because it makes sure that, you know, don't cause any damage to your pavers that you work so hard on. Okay.
Well, I'm going to wrap up this episode with the completion of the top of this turnabout. I think it looks great. It's working out extremely well. There's about 70% more to go here, and I'm going to go ahead and complete that in the next episode. You know, you get the joke. I've been punching these things in, and you know, the general routine is going to continue until completion. However, I wanted to make sure that you see some additional pieces to this, and I'll do that in the next episode. So thank you for watching here at Changing Latitudes. See you soon.